Hello, AI community. Welcome. I'll try to keep this brief. I don't want to take too much time for something that is essentially very simple. Listen, I'm about to show you this little extension I cooked up, or should I say ripped off of other people and created with the assistance of ChatGPT. Links are in the Discord. Listen, the reason I'm showing this to you is one, to introduce you to the amazing world of prompt editing chimera-ing, or as I just call it, multi-chimeras. If you're not doing this already, you are missing out on the fun, and I will show you. And the other reason is I want someone who actually speaks code to unsuckify all this very amateurish code I'm going to show you. You're probably already familiar with prompt editing, and if you're not, all this does is take the first prompt and do it for this amount of steps, and then the next prompt for the rest of the steps, which in this case is until 40. So it'll do a painting of a cat in the style of Van Gogh for the first 20 steps, and then a dog for the other 20 steps. Very simple, simple concept. What if I wanted to do three? A real chimera in the sense of the word, a cat, a dog, and then a bear, and I wanted to do 60 steps. Well, in its simplest way, it would look something like this. This is just a stack. I want to do a bear. And how this is interpreted is I want to do a painting of a cat from step 0 to 20 in the style of Van Gogh, then a painting of a dog from step 21 to 40 in the style of Van Gogh, and then a bear from 41 to 60 in the style of Van Gogh. That's how the parser interprets this, right? And you can keep going on and adding more stuff. Now, it may seem a little over the top now, but just bear with me. So let's see it in action. Cat, dog, where's the bear? Oh, where's the bear? Let's add more steps so we can get a better look at the bear part of it. Cat, dog, where's the bear? Ooh, there's the bear. Okay, it works. Now you notice how towards the end of the prompt, when I just did 60 steps, you could barely see the bear. That is foreshadowing. It has to do with how image generation works. The earlier steps are key in determining what the outcome of the picture will be. And the latter steps are going to be less influential than the early ones, just because the image is pretty much already solidified. Altering it further takes more work. In a loose nutshell, that's how it works. And you're going to see why this is important. Now, where does my script come in? Well, what if instead of doing this ugly shit, I wanted to compact it? Well, enter my tool. Let's say this is the exact same thing, and all I have to do is remove this from here, and instead of this, I just put a star. And I can select the steps here. The reason why I want the steps here, well, is because I planned to implement this dynamically with these boxes to sort of um, make better sense of what you're trying to do. Um, and you'll see why this is important. But if I go ahead and run this, it'll do the exact same thing. Let's see, I did 89 steps here. Well, let's do 89 steps here again, and we should see the same transition. Cat, dog, and where's the bear? There you go. And you can add your negatives here. You can change your CFG, reuse your seed, all of that good stuff. Now I know what you're thinking. Okay, who in the right mind would ever need to add up to 10 subjects into their prompt? You'd have to be a maniac, right? Not quite. You just have to be very creative. All I have to ask you is one question. Have you ever wondered what the child between Dwayne Johnson and Taylor Swift would look like? I'm not talking about in its baby form, I'm talking about in its adult form. If they had a child, what would it grow up to look like? Well, I ask myself that all the time. and we have technology to find out. Listen, I'm not going to fool around anymore, okay? How would you do it? How can we make our vision a reality? Well, a smooth brain would probably just type in the love child of Taylor Swift and Dwayne Johnson. But this is not very effective uh, due to, well, giving the AI the reins of imagination. You're telling this machine to come up with a very complex idea. It's just, you're going to have a very hard time. Okay, so how else would you do it? Well, you might be tempted to do, well, what about a 50-50 prompt? A 50-50 prompt is essentially the same as prompt editing, it just has a different syntax. So let's say I want to do 50% The Rock and 50% Taylor Swift. How would you do that? Well, if you want to do an exact 50-50 step by step, it would look like this. Photo of Taylor Swift and Dwayne Johnson in high resolution. It'll do a photo of Taylor Swift for the first frame, then Dwayne Johnson for the second frame, and the third one, Taylor Swift again, etc., etc. Can you guess why this is going to be a disaster? Well, images speak louder than words. What in the frick is this abomination? Would this actually look like their actual offspring to you? Of course not. Not even close. What is this shit? Okay, so you're thinking, okay, I'm smart. I know how I can make this happen. I'm going to tell the algorithm to do 30 steps Taylor Swift. So half Taylor Swift and half Dwayne Johnson. Therefore, I will get a much closer semblance to what their love child would look like as an adult. And in a way, you are right. It will look a lot better than this fucking shit. But in another way, you will be mm, off. And let me show you why. And this is completely random, man. I'm not cherry picking anything. Look at that. Oh, we. Well, that is a very interesting result. And in a way, like I said, you are correct. This somehow seems like this could be plausible. However, there's one thing that we're missing here. I haven't told the machine whether or not I want a female or man. What if I want to see a female? Well, you could just add photo of female and it's going to do female Dwayne Johnson and female Taylor Swift, but that's kind of cheating, okay? That's kind of cheating. Why? Because again, you're giving the AI the reins of the imagination and it has to imagine um a female version of The Rock. It's not actually The Rock. It's the AI's imagination of what a female Rock would look like, unless there are actual, fakes of The Rock as a female circulating in the internet, which for someone as big as The Rock, I don't think that would be out of the question. But anyways, I don't like this. You shouldn't like this. Don't give control of imagination to the machine. The machine is just there to do the hard work. All right then, Smarty Pants. So what do we do? Well, do you really, really want to see a real life example of a multi-chimera? You're not prepared for this. You ready? Take a look. Holy. Listen, this is with all the good prompts, right? All the, uh, proper, um, the stuff that you would find in an actual good prompt. And listen, I know this looks mostly like Taylor Swift, but that's the point. It does look rockish, right? But here's what I'm saying. You gotta understand. This is actually taking pieces of the real Taylor Swift and pieces of the real Dwayne Johnson and mixing them, okay? This is genetics at work, okay? There's no imagination. If your child were to get 50% genetics just from you and 50% genetics just from your mother, this is what this is the closest that it can get, and you would be surprised to the degree of control that you can have over this. Because let's say, okay, I'm not happy with this. I'm not happy with this at all. Um, I say that this looks too much like Taylor Swift. Well, what do you do? Well, here's the thing. With these many stacked prompts, you can have as much fine-tuned control as you want over the result. And remember the foreshadowing I said about the latest steps having less of an effect than the earliest ones? Well, that's where I'm going at. If I modify from here and instead of giving Taylor Swift 12 steps and just give her 10 steps, that'll create a let's try it right now, same seed. It'll create kind of a butterfly effect that will drastically impact the end result and make it look more like Dwayne Johnson because now Dwayne Johnson gets to start from step 11 forward instead of 13 forward. Those two steps can make a big difference, um, especially when it comes to the first two or three. And that's how you can determine whether you want a dude or a chick, because those first make the foundation of what the last model can do. And you can see how many possibilities this opens up. Anyways, so let's see what two steps can change. Will it look more rockish? Probably a little bit, but enough to make a discernible difference. Now keep in mind, it can completely also turn him into a dude. It wasn't in this case, but you'd be surprised. Listen, their faces are not very compatible, okay? So you're gonna get some nonsense like this. But look, I chose these two people because they're widely recognized, so you can very clearly think of what a Chimera would look like. And here's the thing, look at all this bullshit and tell me that this isn't much cleaner. Instead of this, just this, and then being able to have everything neatly put in here. And the thing is, these parameters here, it's not just Taylor Swift, The Rock, Taylor Swift, The Rock, Taylor Swift. It's like you can even have The Rock with long wavy hair because it'll influence the model better. Okay, and when you have a prompt this long, you have to keep track of, okay, who's doing this many and who's which prompt is going from which side to where. And the thing is, you can even get super creative and you can add this little mix here, which in one of these steps, in this case, I believe it's from step 44 to step 58. I don't know. You see how difficult it is to keep track of this shit? So I think it's somewhere in there. I decided, hey, let's do a 50-50 inside of a prompt edit. The amount of precision and fun you can have making creations like these, just fine tuning them, is infinite. And that's what this is for. This is so you can have Taylor Swift, long hair, black bikini, and then you can have fun and put in Dwayne Johnson, and then long hair, because he did have long hair at one point in his life, so we can get better data from that. We can have him in a black tank top. And can you guess what that's going to do? It's going to mesh better with the Taylor Swift and the black bikini. So this is why having this organized this way is super useful. And that's it. Have fun. Listen, let's turn him into a dude, okay? Watch this. I'm just going to give Taylor Swift 3 steps, and the rest is going to be all rock. Ooh. Yep. A very feminine looking dude at that. It's just that the difference between their faces is so stark that it just completely does a 180. But I mean, okay, in two individuals who are more compatible, you would see that difference more. Here, it's just it does look weird no matter what. And let's be honest. All I'm saying is this project is open for anyone who wants to mess with it. Here's what is immediately wrong with it. If you do it from here, it will not show Like if you select the script, this is not a good prompt, by the way. Whatever. It's not going to show this, and this is very important because you want to keep track of this. So that's issue number one, as you will see here. No output data, and I have no idea why. Second, this bar only goes to 100, even though it specifically meant, I said in the code that it should go to 150. Why? I don't know. Second, these boxes are too big. They should not be this big for 3 digits most. These should be longer, and tab doesn't work the way you would expect it to. So please help me upgrade this shit. I hate programming. I'm an artist. I'm not a programmer. Fuck CSS, fuck JavaScript, fuck Python, fuck radio. But I know some of you are versed in it, so please help me upgrade this project. And if you didn't know about Chimera editing, now you do. This is prompt editing done right. This is prompt editing how it's supposed to be, and have fun making your chimeras, whether it's animals, celebrities, yourself mixed with whoever you want to. It's fun. All right, I'm out. Have fun. Listen, let's turn him into a dude, okay? Watch this. I'm just gonna give Taylor Swift 3 steps, and the rest is gonna be all rock. Oh, I think I broke it. You broke it. And no, oh, wait, it's because it's using this shit.